why I felt like you're gonna replace my ass.
I realized that obviously me and her together is also a competition. So it's not just going to be you. I'm always going to be a scapegoat. Ever since I got in this house, never changed who I am.
No, because I'm in this position. It's my first time.
For the first time, you lied, Sister Tamara. You lied. That was a big lie. No. You and I, who have been watching the Bbmzansi show, we all know that this is not the first time Sister Tamara has placed Vyno on the hot seat by using her veto power against him. This is the second time. And guys, the interesting thing about this conversation is that the same person that has been used to replace Vyno is the same person who was used for the second time. Guys, if you're just confused about this whole thing, check out my older videos about when Sister Tamara was the last head of house, and you understand why I said what I said. Now, this is not the only thing that I actually figured out after listening to almost the 1 hour conversation that happened between Vyno and Sister Tamara. And I'm gonna spill this tea. You guys know this is why my channel is here. This is a constructive channel, and you guys, one of the things I do here is have conversations on things like this, trending topics, social issues, reality shows. If you like things like this, guys, just hit on the red subscribe button right now to be a part of this conversation and join the community as we grow together. And guys, also don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you always get alerts of my video every time I share new content in this channel. Guys, with that said, let me break down the conversation that happened between Sister Tamara and Vyno. It was a hot conversation. I listened to this for 1 hour, and then I took my time. I listened to this conversation. You guys know that as content creators, what we do is we actually record these things, play them in our leisure, cut the pieces we want to cut, and then share with you guys. Guys, I listened to this conversation 15 times, and I was able to pick everything. I was able to read between the lines, under the lines, on top of the lines, and all around the lines. And these are the things that I have to say. If you've been wondering, like, why did Sister Tamara pick Vyno, use her veto power against Vyno for the second time, guys, this is the video to watch, because I'm going to be spilling it. Like, you guys know I come with the hard facts, right? I have the soft facts and I have the hard facts. And guys, I'm going to give this gentle disclaimer, right? I'm not talking about this because I'm just one person who wants clickbait. I want people to view this channel to... I'm not into that, right? I'm a constructive analyst. That is what I do. I actually think things through. I have 4 perspectives I use in judging or actually analyzing any situation, and that is looking at the situation as a victim, looking at the situation as the culprit, the person who is doing it, looking at the event as an observer, and then looking at the event at the scenario. These are the 4 things that I've used to analyze what I'm about to share with you. Now, gentle disclaimer, guys, everything that I'm sharing here is just solely based on the conversation Vyno and Sister Tamara had, immediately after the live nomination that happened on Monday. So guys, basically, I decided to just take my time to do this. Now, following the video I shared earlier, 2 conversations happened. The first conversation was a conversation with Libo and the guys, and Libo was like, you know what, I thought I was going to be used to replace you, Tools. Like, everybody knows Sister Tamara and Tools are like the quiet alliance. I mean, some of us didn't know this part, but now I'm beginning to understand that they are the real strong alliance in the house. So, and then they laughed over it, and then we saw Vyno and Sister Tamara having a conversation. Now, there were a lot of things that Vyno actually talked about in that conversation, and he was really angry that he was picked up for nomination. Guys, this is the third time Vyno has been in the house just for 4 weeks. The only first week he was free was the first week he wasn't nominated because he was just new, so nobody picked him. Guys, but after the first week, it's been nomination board every single time. He's been on the nomination list every single time, and it's quite interesting because out of that nomination list, guys, Sister Tamara has picked Vyno was the first person to speak Vyno up for nomination. The second time was in Tabil, guys. And guys, the third time it is Sister Mara. So there's something obviously wrong. There's a reason why these two people, Sister Mara and maybe Tabil, have been picking Vyno. But guys, I'm going to be concentrating all my analogy just using Sister Mara because this thing surrounds her, right? Now, if we look at the conversation, Vyno talked about that one of the reasons why he feels like a lot of people are misjudging him because he's a very quiet person. He has a calm personality, and he actually had to point that out to Sister Mara that you have to look at this the other way around. Look at Nali. I'm going to try to prove that being calm and chilled is not a bad thing because I proved it twice. I've been up for nomination. I've come back. Nali is an example. We don't have to be loud. I don't have to be a clown to win the money. Basically, that was what Vyno said. And then the second thing Vyno said was, he said he knows that because he and Tabi came into the competition together, like they were seeds planted into the game, like they felt like competition to most of the housemates that have been in the show. And then guys, Vyno made a very interesting revelation. He said that he was actually voted as a wild card. Now, this revelation happened during this conversation. That's why I know these things that I know. And then Vyno went ahead to explain why he actually has not been very close to Tabil. He said because they came together, he didn't want to jeopardize her stay in the house, that he knows the house feels threatened by their presence. Guys, and Vyno stated a lot of reasons. I'm going to spell all of them out, and I'm going to tell you exactly where Sister Tamara is coming in. Okay, so Vyno actually went for that to say, okay, apart from the wildcat thing, that he knows he's competitive and he knows, this thing is how he rolls. Now, one of the last reasons Vyno gave to Sister Mara why he thinks he was nominated is that because of his relationship with Terry. And guys, this is where I'm going to be talking about more. So he said that because most of the housemates view them as a strong couple, basically, maybe that's why he's on the chopping board, and why people see them as a strong competitor. And then that was when Sister Mara chipped in that, that yes, he will not look past that reason, that he's found it very difficult to look past Terry to come close to him because there was a way he put it, right? I don't want it to come out from my mouth. So I'm going to play this short for you guys. Listen up to it, and then you tell me what you make out of this conversation.
But I don't want me opening myself up and looking past you being with Terry and trying to get to that point of knowing you however I want to know you, whatever I think I want from you, if that makes sense.
I don't know if you understand what I mean. So with this thing you heard, what do you think Sister Mara was referring to? I'm not just going to talk about that concept, that idea, that thought, because I know people might misjudge it when I say it the way I want to say it. So if you understand what Sister Mara said in what she just said, please hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about it. I'm just going to proceed from there. Now, guys, one of the things that I really want to outline in this conversation is that Sister Mara actually, when Vyno was asking her a very specific question, because Vyno was like, you know what I'm all about, I'm genuine, I'm real, I'm authentic, and one of the things that I want you guys to know is that if you don't know something about me, if you want to know something about me, I don't want you guys to have a misconception about me. Come to me, ask me, have a honest reason why whatever decision you're taking. And so I actually understood Vyno, and for once I felt his pain. I was like, my God, this guy, it's not easy. The mental torture is going to be crazy, like back to back nomination. This is crazy. And basically, when Vyno asked Sister Mara that question, since you've ever noticed me since the nomination coming back, and have I changed? He asked that question 3 times, and Sister Mara was like, no, like she was really dodging that question. She didn't want to answer the question, and she was like, no, I can't really say that because this is the first time that I've been placed in this position. And I was like, no, that is a big lie, because we know, you and I know, this is not the first time, this is the second time. And if it happened once, closed doors with Biggie, and it happened the second time up front with all of us watching, I mean, guys, what happened to friendship? What happened to loyalty? Sister Mara and Terry have been an item. Guys, let's not even just lie about it. Let's not just even try to say this is a game. This one hurts. If I am Terry, I'm going to be hurt to the teeth. So guys, let's just look at it the way it is. I'm not taking anything emotionally seriously. I'm just talking about it. I feel Sister Mara, because I noticed after that conversation, Sister Mara started stammering. You know, when you're lying, you kind of start stuttering. I felt like she kind of suddenly felt uncomfortable talking about it. And this is my conclusion. My conclusion is that Sis Tamara wants to get noticed. So here's the observation I'm trying to have, or I have already, is that maybe immediately after Vyno came into the house, the friendship between Sis Tamara and Terry like went down, and maybe he didn't get the attention he wanted to get from his close friend, and maybe I think that played kind of a role of saying, you know what, I want this guy out of the picture. And guys, now why I'm looking at this more critically is when we look at it the first time, it happened in closed doors with Biggie, and guys, Sister Mara's reason was that Vyno was not true to her friend, because he felt that Vyno was playing the game and probably didn't like Terry as much as he's been acting he likes, right? Now, this is the second time he's doing it openly, choosing the same person tools and replacing with Vyno. And now the reasons, he didn't really give the reasons, but Vyno feels, give the reason. The reason he said Vyno wasn't doing enough. Okay, and we understand Sister Mara is that kind of person who likes to motivate the ones that are working hard and say, you know what, if you're not doing well, I'm going to place you on the chopping block, on the chopping board for eviction, right? And we've seen him do that with Zeno, even though they were close and all that. So I understand Sister Mara's strategy, but guys, what I'm going to tell you is the truth is we have to look at this more critically. I mean, what happened to friendship? What happened to loyalty? I personally feel that something went down. Maybe after the Vyno time, first, second week, maybe things got really heated up. Maybe Sister Mara got neglected. And I feel, see, I'm seeing Sister Mara as a female, so I'm going to use the mindset of women, because I mean, there's something about this thing called when a friend of yours, you've been vibing, and then this guy comes and just messes the whole thing for you up, and maybe you don't really trust the guy. There's always going to be tendencies of a lot of things coming in. If you're a female, you understand what I mean. Maybe if you're not a female, you might not understand. Now, so for those people that say Sister Mara is doing it out of jealousy, maybe your reasons are validated, but I feel that Sister Mara actually took the step, because I noticed when Vyno was asking her this question, have I changed since you noticed the eviction coming back? Have I changed? Have I changed? Have I changed? Vyno asked that question 3 times. Sister Mara didn't give a valid answer. I mean, she was just rambling and kind of stuttering and said no, and said, you know, I've been in this position for the first time. I'm like, that was where I stopped it, and I was like, no. This is where I know she's lying. This is where I feel she's uncomfortable. This is where I feel probably she has a crush on Vyno, and she's close to Terry, so she cannot go close to Vyno because she's close to Terry, and that kind of keeps her in a kind of funny condition, which makes her feel like, okay, you know what, for my own sanity, for the game's sake, you guys need to be out. This is my valid reason. This is my candid opinion. If you think it's wrong, if you think there's something wrong with it, let me know. Guys, conversation, let's hit it up. What do you think, and why do you think Sister Mara actually picked Vyno and Terry this time up for nomination? I just gave my reasons. Give yours if you have any. Guys, this is literally it. I don't know, but this has been like bizarre for me. I literally had to pay attention to almost all the details to get a hint of what's happening. And guys, I'll be back here with more updates, because you guys know I don't stop with this. I'm sorry my videos might come late. The internet here has been crazy, and the noise in my background has been crazy. I have very crazy, sometimes lousy neighbors, so you guys pardon me. But anyways, we're coming back here to give you more updates on what's up in the Big Brother show. If you want to stick here, I'll see you guys very soon.